Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already done so, remember to subscribe, hit those thumbs up button to all the videos that you're liking. Today we're going to be looking at installing the roof bars on top of our Sprinter. This is one of the things that we wanted to do right from the start, to be able to put loads up on top, be able to install solar panels on rather than having to screw them to the van. So we've gone out and bought some Guard utility racks. Looked at various different roof rack systems to go on top of the van. Really like this system because we can move the bars in the middle to the places where we want them. Obviously we're looking to install roof fans on top of the van, so we need to be able to have space to install these. So here we have the utility rack. This is the one for the long wheelbase high top Mercedes Sprinter. It's 10 bars, comes in these two quite large boxes here, just over 3 meters long. One of the reasons why we went for the Guard utility rack system is that it uses the existing holes in the top of the van where roof bars go, so we don't have to drill any extra holes. And also they've got this unique system with their middle bars where they've removed the need for screws and you just click the bars in, so this allows for quick release and being able to move the bars really easily. Instructions over here look pretty simple. I'll be going through these to show you how easy it is to fit these bars. We've also bought ourselves an extendable ladder that we can use to go up the side of the van to get to the roof, obviously because it's quite high. We're going to be using this section of the instructions here, as we're going to be using the existing holes drilled into the top of the van. So the first thing we have to do is take each one of the metal feet, which are these items just here, and just stick some rubber pads just onto the underside so that they don't scratch the van, and it just provides a bit of cushioning. So I believe there's 8 of these to do, so we're going to go through and do those now. Up on top of the van, this is where the bolts can be screwing into. So there's 2 rails down the side of the van here, so we need to remove the lugs out of here and then screw the bolts down into there. One thing that we found to remove these little lugs here, you can try and remove them from the top, but it's pretty impossible. So what we found was the easiest thing to do was to get small nail screw, put it up inside, and then with a hammer bash up and then the screws up in, and then if you pull the screw out from here, when you then go up on top, the plastic lug should have cracked, and then you can pull it out from the top, and then this whole piece will come out. So we'll show you what it looks like from the top now.
So up on the roof, the intention is to try and get this as clean as possible. Once you've managed to scrape off all of the nasty gunk underneath, you can pop the little hole back through so you can see into the van. And then what you want to do is give it a nice good clean, give it a wipe down, make sure it's nice and dry, ready to fit the bolt, which we've got up here. So this then sits nice and comfortably over the hole, and there's a bolt that goes through and you can screw it in from the inside. Definitely a 2-person job. You need one to screw from the inside and one to hold flush from the top. Just a little ratchet, a couple of winds, and you can tighten them up a bit later on just to make sure that they're nice and secure. You can see how much the bolt pulls in as well. As the nice jelly cushioning underneath starts to expand out the sides, you can see it starting to stretch. If I bring you around this side, you can just see it starting to stretch underneath.
Next stage is now to fit the crossbar pieces. So that's these bits just here. These go across the van into the lugs we just had. So there's 5 of these bars that go across, attached at either end. So just loosely attach them to begin with, and then we can tighten them all up afterwards.
So these are the crossbars on the roof rack. Once you've applied the bolting mechanisms, these brackets to the side, you can place these straight right along the top. We've got these really handy clasps that reach over the top of these brackets, and then you can line them up. It means that you can move these so that you have the right amount sticking out each side of the van, and then what you do is you stick a bolt through and you tighten it at one end. So they're pretty big bolts. This is it. We'll be fitting those along. We're only screwing them up lightly at the moment so that we're able to adjust the width sticking out either side, and then we'll come back and we'll tighten them all up afterwards. So there it is, bolts come all the way through. Like I said, we've just tightened them up really loosely at the moment, but it does mean you can slide this through, and that's what makes it adjustable. So you can make sure that you've got nice symmetrical roof rack before you apply the sides. It's got these really handy little brackets on the side. Once you've got your sidebars on, good idea to go around and measure each side just to make sure that they're equal. Once you've done that, you can unpack and start attempting to fit the sidebars. So we are just doing the back side of one half of the van. There's some little clips that overhang each of the side panels, and they just clip on. You have to press really hard to push down and clip them in, but well worth it once they're in, really nice and secure. You have to make sure that obviously you've got the sidebars in the right place.
Okay, so now we're fitting the sidebars to the van. They clip up into the cross members. They initially just push up into the bottom. There's some lugs just here, so the sidebar clips into this plastic part here, and then once it's in place you can pull this plastic clip down here and lock it into place. You need to make sure that obviously each sidebar is in the same place, because there's a roller bar that goes along the back. You want that hanging over the back door just a little bit, just so it allows you to roll things up onto the roof racks. So you want it overhanging a little bit, but not too much. So we're just going to line that up now and then clip them down. Back for another day working on the roof racks. We ran out of light last night, so we gave up when we'd finished putting the sidebars on. So we're back now putting the cross pieces in and just making some adjustments just to the sidebars. What we have noticed is up on the sidebars up there, the join piece just here, when we've looked back at the instructions, should actually be sitting onto the crossbar just there. So we're going to be making some adjustments, just shifting the bars back, just so that that sits onto the crossbar. And it also means that the back roller piece, which goes in between the 2 back bars at the back, just hangs over the back door a little bit more, just making it a little bit easier just to put some items up on the top using the roller bar. So let's get on with that.
So we've unscrewed what we did yesterday just to be able to move the entire rack backwards. So now you can see that those little black rounded edges fall much further down the back of the back doors than they did yesterday.
Next part on the rack is going to be fitting the rear roller bar. This is the bar that runs along the back of the van just here and allows you to easily roll items up onto the rack and spin, so it allows it to roll up. Secured in place with these pins just here, so there's one on the left hand side just here, and then there's also one on the right hand side, and then we have the long stainless steel bar, which is this bit just here. So we've attached this one into this end, and now we're going to attach one into the bar and then lift the bar up. As you can see, the roller bar is now attached across the back. As you can see, the roller bar is now attached across the back of the van. I don't know whether you can see that on camera, but it does spin. So it allows you to bring an item up here and then roll it nice and easily, so there's no dragging on any of the bars. Next stage is we're going to add some additional crossbars on here. These ones don't bolt down to the feet, they just clip into this sidebar here, and are adjustable depending on what items you want to put on. So for now we're just going to sit them in between, and then once we add the extra bits such as solar panels and roof lamps, roof lights, we can adjust those as we need to. Alright, there we have all of the roof bars now in, all the way down to the back, and we've also added this front one here just to add a bit of extra stability at the front. You'll notice that we've got quite a large gap in this one just here. This is where the roof fan is going to be going, so now we've just left the open gap in this one, and we've placed on the top the housing for the roof fan, just so we can measure up and make sure that we've got it in the right place. So that's our utility rack fitted to the top of the van. Be really handy for carrying canoes, attaching on the solar panels, and anything else we want to carry onto the van. So that's it for another video. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you're liking these videos, to hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up. We'd also love to hear your comments about your van conversions, or just get comments around what we're doing if you've got any tips or tricks for us. So look forward to seeing you next time on our channel. Thank you very much. Bye.